Hey, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Asa with the Iron Horn of Zion. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Just wanted to come at y'all with some quick edification. I titled this lesson, The Work Has Not Stopped. This isn't going to be anything too long-winded. Just wanted to give you some encouragement as you continue on in these labors of life. So first and foremost, we're going to be going to the book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and verse 4. And it reads, "The soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat." So the person who is lazy, the person who is pretty much, just content with what they're already doing as far as laboring for the Lord, they're going to come to nothing because they've been settled in their ways. They're not constantly trying to increase. They're not trying to study more. They're not trying to learn more. They're not trying to pray more. They're not trying to fast more. They're not trying to do anything more than what they are already doing. This type of person will never succeed. But the verse says in the latter part that the soul of the diligent, that's the key word there, diligent, that soul shall be made abundant. They're going to gain more. And what is our ultimate goal in this life is to gain the kingdom. Moving forward, we'll be moving to the book of First Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 1. As I said previously, this isn't going to be anything too long, just to give you some encouragement throughout your day. This is the book of First Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 1. "Furthermore, then we beseech you, brethren, and exhort you by the Lord Yahweh Shai, that as ye have received of us how ye ought to walk and to please God, so ye would abound more and more." So the Apostle Paul didn't want the Israelites scattered that he was teaching just to stop with the things that he had taught them. He wanted them to increase more and more. He wanted them to take on that spirit of the Bereans and search the scriptures daily. You should be constantly seeking ways to improve in this walk. It says that he already taught you how to walk and how to please God. Now it's time to increase upon that. Figure out ways you can use the gifts and the talents that the Lord has blessed you with to profit the ministry more, to put in more bricks to build this temple. Let's move forward to the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. All right, this is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction." So you got to arise from your complacency. You have to arise from being basic, from being just above average. You got to be superior. You have to be perfect. This isn't your rest. Just because you know a few scriptures now, just because you done prayed a couple times, just because you have introduced certain people in your friend group and your family, or maybe even out on these streets, to what the truth of the Bible is. It does not stop here. You cannot rest now. You have to keep enduring. You have to keep fighting. You have to keep pressing toward the mark of the high calling of the Most High through Hamashiach Yahushua. It's time to do this work. Moving forward, let's go to the book of Haggai, and we're going to go to chapter 1, and we're going to start at verse 2. Got me some notes on the side over here to keep me in line so I don't keep going on and on. I only got so much time. All right, this is book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 2, and it reads, "Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, this people say, the time is not come, the time that the Lord's house should be built." So we have a thing going on where people, yeah, they want to read, yeah, they want to study, yeah, they want to go out to the streets, they want to put fringes on, grow their beard out, say shalom to you, so on and so forth. And even in a more basic sense, we have our people in the Christian church and all these philosophies thinking that, oh yeah, I'm just going to continue in this quote unquote faith that I've grown up in, and that's just going to be the end all be all. No. What does this say? It says, this people say that the time is not come. Keyword, not come, the time that the Lord's house should be built, because you're just satisfied with what is going on now. You love oppression. You love America. You love the fact that you can go to Walmart and get your groceries. You love the fact that you can order some doggone Nike, some Adidas, so on and so forth. You love that. You love all this virtual reality. You love the PS5. You love anything that this world has provided unto you. And you don't have your mindset on the kingdom. You're only set in the now. And a person that's only set in the now will never get to the future. We have to set our sights on the things that are to come, which is the kingdom of the Most High God. Let's keep on reading there. Verse 3. Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste? So is it time for you to just kick back and relax at your crib, to enjoy your nice couch, enjoy watching your TV, enjoy all your silk garments that you done got to go to bed in, enjoy doing your skincare routine and taking a hot shower? Now, it's not saying that you got to give up all of these things, but this isn't your main focus in this life. These things are temporary. They are going to pass. You should be setting your sights to build up the Lord's temple. And know ye not that you are the temple of the Most High God? Know ye not that your brothers and your sisters are the stones that are fit to build this kingdom up? So you have to be doing some work. It isn't time to just relax. It isn't time to just sit on the couch eating doggone hot Cheetos and drinking ginger ale all day. It isn't that time. Let's keep reading there. Verse 4. Well, verse 5, Salakia. Now, therefore, thus said the Lord, consider your ways. So you have to be considering your ways. And I did skip verse 3 there, where it says, then the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, just letting you know who the word came to here. But getting into verse 5, it says, consider your ways. Consider, are you laboring hard? Considering, are you putting your best foot forward each and every day to magnify the name of the Lord? Or are you just magnifying your own name by building your business, by focusing too much time on the gym, by worrying about all these temporal things that come with this life rather than the life that is to come? You need to change your mindset and focus on the Most High God. Goes on saying in verse 9, ye looked for much, and lo, it came to little. And when ye brought it home, I did blow upon it. So we always trying to look for more. We want some more money. We want some more land. We want some more this. We want some more that. But the Lord is casting all of that down because you have set your sights on things of this world rather than the things of the world to come. Set your sights on the Lord's temple, because this is where your pure habitation is. This is where your rest is. It goes on further saying, why saith the Lord of hosts? Why? Because of mine house that is waste, and you run every man unto his own house. So you're more so concerned about the house that you quote unquote built rather than the house that you should be building for the Most High God. Now we know that this isn't talking about a physical temple, because we know that the Lord dwelleth not in temples made by hands, but you should be building yourself and building your nation up. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High God? So why are you so concerned with being complacent, with being boring, with going about with the same thing that you was doing last year, 2 years back, or the first year you came into this truth? It's time to increase more, and it's time to do more. Let's see what David said in the book of Psalms, chapter 27 and verse 4. All right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 27. And we're going to get verse 4. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of Yahweh all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple. David wasn't worried about his own house. He was worried about dwelling in the house of the Lord. This is the mindset that we should have. And no, I am not saying that you shouldn't strive to get you a place to cover your shame. Strive to get you a house. Strive to get you a vehicle. Strive to get the things that you need in this life to continue on. Jeremiah chapter 29 says, to build ye houses, plant ye gardens, marry your sons and your daughters off. We are not contradicting scriptures there. But don't let the things of this world supersede the things of the Most High God. You should strive for those things more and more. Let's move forward to the book of 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1. All right, this is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1, and it reads, I charge thee therefore before God and the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. So another word for quick, when you look into the scriptures, is referring to someone who is alive. So the Lord is coming to judge those who are alive, meaning spiritually awakened, and those that are dead, the ones that continue to walk around in the stupor that Babylon the Great has caused people to fall for. It goes on saying, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. So you got to be about this work. The work has not stopped, and the work will not stop just because you didn't gave up. But the issue is you want to be part of that elect. You want to be part of those that receive salvation. So you have to do more. Let's skip on down to verse 5 there. It says, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. And no one said that this walk is going to be easy. No one ever said that. So when you look into the book of Second Esdras, he says that the road to the kingdom is like a deep water on one side and a great fire on the other. One is ready to drown you, one is ready to burn you up. But you got to continue on that straight and narrow so you are not affected by these things that are coming at you. You have to endure these afflictions. You have to go through the hard things. You got to push through, and you got to push through anything that comes your way, whether it's bills, whether it's life circumstances, whether it's sickness, whether it's anything that is coming your way. You even got to push through the sleepiness when you know that you should be reading. You got to keep enduring more and more. The work does not stop. Let's go to the book of Romans chapter 12. And let's get verse 11. All right. This is the book of Romans chapter 12 and verse 11, one of my favorite scriptures. And it reads, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. So you can't be lazy. You can't quit. You can't give up. You got to make full proof of your ministry. As it's spoken about in the book of Matthew chapter 25, you have a servant that was given 5 talents, a servant that was given two talents, and a servant that was given 1 talent. The one that got 5 and the one that got 2 doubled what they have. And the Lord told them, well done, my good and faithful servant. But the servant who got the 1 talent, hey, he just buried it in the ground and waited till his master came back to give it to him. And his master was displeased with him. Why? Because he didn't add. He didn't abound more and more. He didn't increase more and more. Shoot. So what do you think that the Lord is going to do with a servant that has been given a talent? And the talent that we have now is orchestrating these scriptures in a proper way, being a wise and clever orator, being one that can rebuke, admonish, and uplift. If we don't do anything with this talent that the Most High God have given us, hey, the Lord is going to cast you out into utter hell, fire, and destruction. So use what you got, increase more and more, continue to build more, and do this work. And the last scripture we're going to go to is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, and we're going to get verse 9. All right, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 9. And it reads, for we are laborers together with God. Ye are God's husbandry, ye are God's building. So one, we are workers. We are supposed to be workers. And then it says we are the planting of the Most High God, meaning that he is taking care of us through everything that we do. And it goes on further saying that we are God's building. So will you be a profitable stone, or one that is unclean and cast out to an abominable place? Shoot. And it's going to get into this further on, into us being that building of the Most High. Let's jump down to verse 12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation, and we know the foundation is Christ, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, and stubble. So we have an onslaught of different materials here. You have gold, you have silver, which are metals, things that are sturdy, things that are strong. You also have precious stones. Precious stones are invaluable. Precious stones are beautiful. Precious stones are brilliant. And precious stones are also strong. Then things start to get a little more softer. You got wood, you got hay, you got stubble. Wood, yeah, it can hold up for a while, but eventually it can rot. It can be damaged by the weather, and it can be what? Burnt up. The same thing goes for hay and the stubble. Let's keep reading there. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. So when that everlasting fire come, when the furnace of affliction come, it will truly show if you are a precious thing like gold, silver, and stones, or are you wood, hay, and something fit to be burnt up. Goes on saying in verse 14, if any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. So if your material that you have built up is able to stand through that fire, hey, you will be rewarded in the end. So keep working, keep grinding, keep enduring. Hey, and shalom.